Uh, Surreal in a way because I mean it has always been a childhood favorite tournament, so I keep on repeating that. But you know, I also remind myself not to take anything for granted, particularly when you play finals of the most important tennis tournament in the history of this sport. So um, yeah, coming into Wimbledon really before the tournament, I wasn't sure until maybe 3 4 days before the tournament whether I'm gonna take part in it. Uh, Made an extra effort to recover as quickly as possible to just because it was Wimbledon. So I'm really really happy to make the finals because I was not thinking about particularly in the first couple of matches of the eventual title match. I was just thinking about moving well, not injuring myself, to be honest, and feeling more free, so to say, in my movement. And that's what happened. I think in the third and particularly fourth round, I felt like, okay, I'm actually playing close to my best, and I can have a shot at the title.
Rob?
Novak, Sunday could be the best sporting day for England in 58 years. We're all hoping Gareth Southgate does it against Spain.
Brings it home.
Sorry?
You're hoping he brings it home.
He brings it home, yeah. But before that, you could break the heart of a young Spanish yourself on that centre court. Do you relish that prospect? And do you think the crowd would be rooting for you, given that you are playing someone from
Well, I think that the English crowd will have best of both worlds because I think the finals is at night, so we are starting I think at 2, so they'll have plenty of time to enjoy the tennis and football as well. And I think Wimbledon finals is probably the most watched tennis match in the entire year in the world. So not only England, but I'm sure that a lot of people around the world will follow it. And it adds more to the, I guess, to the importance of the match. And I'm not sure if I'm going to break his heart. I'm not intending to do that. I think he's so young, but still has 3 already Grand Slams under his belt and going for his 4th. He surprised, I think, all of us last year the way he played in Queens and Wimbledon, which he won back to back. And you would think that for someone, growing up in Spain as he did, the way he's playing clay court, Grand Slam win, which happened this year in Roland Garros and US Open a few years ago, was maybe not as surprising as Wimbledon, but the way he has moved, played in the last couple of years on grass has been terrific to watch, to be honest. I think I see a lot of similarities between me and him in terms of ability to adapt and adjust to the surface. I think that's probably his biggest trait, is that he's got skills to play equally well on any surface and to adapt to a given opponent that's the particular day. So he's a very all-round player, very complete player. Impressive what he has done for such a young age. And I said on the court, which I think probably all of us share the same opinion, that he's going to win many slams in his career. And hope he's going to give me this one in 2 days, and then let's see. After that, I'll cheer for him.
Matt?
Hey, Novak. I think a lot of us, me included, thought you were a little crazy and a little reckless a couple weeks ago when you were embarking on this. Does it give you extra satisfaction to be proving people wrong, whether it's doctors, idiot journalists like me, things like that?
Not really. I don't want to prove people wrong. I was really focused on, trying to make Wimbledon happen for me this year. And I was not reckless, in any day. Reckless means that I was going against the medical experts that were leading the rehab process. And I was never against that. I never pushed anything. So once we started a rehab, I followed every single day everything they said that I have to do. And I did even more than that, I think, in terms of trying to make an effort for Wimbledon to come back, and they were aware of it. But we agreed that we will not talk about my guaranteed Wimbledon participation until 3-4 days before the tournament starts. So until we get to London, until I test my knee on the court, until I play the practice sets, until I really test my knee and see how it reacts. So everything that we've done in the process of 20 plus days has been giving us a positive indication and signal. So yeah, I mean, I understand why people were, you know, thinking it's premature, it's maybe reckless, as you know, use that term, but I don't think it was, to be honest. I mean, I just followed what they were saying, that they were evaluating in terms of my knee and how it was on a daily basis, reacting to the load of the exercises that they were putting me on. And I keep on mentioning him, but let's not forget Taylor Fritz. You know, he was in the same situation, and he had even less days than I had. He came back after 21 days exactly after his surgery and played 3 rounds in Wimbledon, 4-5-setter, 4-setter, 5-setter, and 4-setter. So, you know, it was great. I think for me it was really encouraging knowing that there was already someone like him who has been through pretty much the same situation. And he was, as I said, kind enough to share his journey, and that gave me even more confidence that I can make it.
He didn't make the final, though.
But well, he didn't make the finals, but you know, he lost a tight 4-setter in the 3rd round against Zverev. But you know, it's you know, I didn't know if I'm going to make the finals. Of course, I mean, but I did say before the tournament that I'm going to play only if I know that, if I really feel that I can go deep in the tournament, meaning that I can compete with the best guys. And the first couple of rounds, maybe I wasn't moving as well, and I was still, you know, finding that freedom to move, so to say. And then 3rd, 4th round, particularly onwards, I felt like, okay, I'm not thinking about the knee. I'm actually playing free, and I'm playing as good as I can.
About it.
37 days from the surgery, 37 finals on Sunday. Musetti just said, not too bad. Musetti just said that out of these 7 matches that he played with you, this was by far the best for him and for you. I would like to know if you agree, and if you think that he would have probably beaten 90% of the other players if he was playing somebody else.
Well, I cannot speak about how he felt on the court or how he was playing. He's, you know, obviously knows better, but I thought that I maybe did not play my best. You know, at certain moments I played very good, but I think I played probably at the level that is good enough to win in straight sets. I don't think I played my best tennis, to be honest. Excuse me?
Your best this year.
I would say I played better than against Rune, to be honest. I felt better on the court. But again, it was a different matchup. It was Musetti, who was in good form, playing finals of Queens, and now semis and doesn't have anything to lose. First time in semis of Slam. And he's an awkward player to play against because he has that slice, defense slice. He's drop shots. He can serve and volley. He's so crafty with his tennis. I mean, he's got all-round game, really can play any shot. He's so talented. And you don't know what to expect in a way. Each shot could be different. So, yeah, I mean, he was playing very well, particularly in that 2nd set, and we went toe-to-toe. It could have been maybe different outcome if he would win that 2nd set. But again, I think in the important moments in all 3 sets, I probably played a little bit better than him, and it was enough.
Liz Kirkin's Daily Express. I just wondered what it would mean to you to equal Roger Federer's record and win 8 Wimbledons. And also, I noticed that Gareth Bale was in your box the other day supporting you. I just wondered if you can talk a bit about your friendship with him, and also is he coming back on Sunday to support you again? Because obviously you won't be watching the England game.
Okay. I mean, obviously, I'm aware that Roger holds eight Wimbledons. I hold 7. You know, the history is on the line. Also, the 25th potential Grand Slam, and you know, of course it serves as a great motivation, but at the same time, you know, it's also a lot of pressure and expectations. You know, every time I step out on the court now, even though I'm 37 and competing with the 21-year-olds, I still expect myself to win most of the matches, and people expect me to win, you know, whatever, 99% of the matches that I play. So, you know, I always have to come out on the court and perform my best in order to still be at the level with Carlos or Yannick or Sasha or any of those guys, Daniil. And this year hasn't been that successful for me. You know, it's probably the weakest results the first 6 months I've had in many years, and that's okay. You know, I had to adapt and accept that, and really try to find also a way out from the injury that I had, and kind of regroup. And Wimbledon, historically, there's been seasons where I wasn't maybe playing on a desired level, but then I would win a Wimbledon title, and then things would change. That's, for example, there was a case in 2018 when I had an elbow surgery earlier in the year. You know, dropped my rankings out of top 20. You know, losing in fourth round of Australian Open. I think it was quarters of Roland Garros, and just not playing the tennis that I want to play. And then I won Wimbledon, and then I won the US Open, and then, you know, later on became number one very, very soon. So it's, yeah, Wimbledon just extracts the best of me, you know, and motivates me to really always show up and perform the best I can. Of course, I'm aware of what's on the line. It always is, really. I mean, any Grand Slam that I play, there's always history now on the line. I will try to use that as a fuel to play my best tennis. And Gareth is, I can call him a friend now. You know, we've known each other before. I mean, I've of course followed his career closely when he was playing for Real Madrid, and, you know, being one of the best players in the world, and admired him a lot, and not just for his football skills, but also his personality. I think he's really one of the nicest athletes that I've met in terms of character and personality, and really humble guy. Loves his golf. That's where we actually connected more last year, the Ryder Cup All-Star match that we played together. And yeah, he was giving me some tips for golf. We had the dinner there, and we spent a few days together. And that's, I think, where we, you know, really developed a nice relationship. So I invited him to come, and of course I'll invite him again. I don't know if he's going to watch the England match later on. I'm not going to comment on that, but I hope he's always in my corner, and that he can come and watch and support.
We'll just take one more in English there.
Congratulations, Novak. Another
Thank you.
Huge achievement. You've obviously been hitting with Nick Kyrgios a lot this fortnight, so you're probably in as good a position as anyone to let us know where you think he's at, how far away he is, and what you think we can expect from him when he does get.
Well, I can tell you that I think few days ago when we practiced, actually yesterday I think it was, that when we practiced, he hit a really good serve, and he said, "Oh, I might come back at the US Open." You know, so I don't know if he was joking about it or not, but let me tell you, he's hitting the ball as good as ever, really. I mean, he's so talented. He's so good with his tennis and serve. I think he said that the wrist bothers him mostly with the serve, but he's been increasing the load and the intensity and the speed. He's not going for full pace or full strength serve, but, you know, he's close to that. He's close to that, and he's very positive. He's very, you can say, you know, it's nice to see him full of life, full of energy. Like, he's really pumped to be here in Wimbledon, enjoying our practice sessions and commentating, and he's, you know, extremely important guy for our sport. I think he brings new fans. He's been doing a terrific job, actually, you know, staying in tennis with his podcast and everything that he's been doing, and interviewing, you know, Mike Tyson and, you know, some very interesting personalities from different industries. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a bromance that we're having in the last few years. I mean, considering we really didn't like each other at all for many years, but now we're getting along very well, and he was very nice also to my kids. He played with them, so yeah, I think that the return is near, but I think it's hard to say really, because one thing is really practicing for like an hour or two, but completely something different when you're out there on the tour, playing in a tournament where you have to come back every single day, maybe for 4, 5, 6 days in a row. So I don't know how. I guess he will also not know if his wrist will react well until he actually plays a tournament. So yeah, I hope he can come back personally, and I think everyone in tennis hopes he can come back quickly, because we definitely need him on the tour.
I'm sorry, we're going to have to wrap up the English now and move to Serbian questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.